Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Neil, where I'm about to fight a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Jason's Orks. So, the story that we've got going on here is that Ghazghkull Thraka had been organizing and putting together a WAAAGH of immense proportions on this planet and was preparing to unleash it upon the galaxy. The Dark Angels happened to be in the sector, and a scouting force happened to find them and where they were operating. And word came from up on high that they wanted them to try to take out the warboss before he could fully get the WAAAGH in motion going against the Imperium. So that is what they are doing here. They tasked an inner circle captain with the newly inducted captain from the Primaris here to go and try to take him down to prove his worth and prove that he is truly a deserving member of the inner circle. So that is the story. We are going to be playing the retrieval mission, which is from the GT 2021 packet. Essentially, there are 6 objectives on the table. There are going to be one in each of our deployment zones, and then there's going to be 4 over here in No Man's Land. And essentially, it's hold 1, hold 2, and hold more to score the points for the primaries. We then have our secondaries. I have chosen engage on all fronts, retrieve Octarius data, and one of the Dark Angel ones, martial interdiction. So essentially what happens is once we determine who's going to go first, my opponent will choose a character. If I am able to kill that character by the end of the game, I score 6 points. If that character was killed by a unit with the Deathwing or Inner Circle special rule, then I score an additional 3 points. And if at the end of the game, the unit that killed that character is still alive, then I score an additional 6 points for a total of 15 possible points. So we'll see what happens, how it goes here. I did upgrade my captain in here that you will see to Deathwing, so I've got him, and I've got my Blade Guard veterans and ancient who have the Deathwing Inner Circle rules. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have a captain in Phobos armor, a lieutenant in Phobos armor, and a Phobos librarian. We have 2 5-man infiltrator squads. We have a 5-man assault intercessor squad. We have 3 5-man reaver squads. We have 2 3-man eliminator squads. We have a 3-man Blade Guard veteran squad. We have a Blade Guard ancient. We have 2 3-man outrider squads. We have an invader ATV. We have an impulsor. And last but not least, we have a warsuit. And for the Orks, he'll be running a battalion detachment and a supreme command detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have Makari, a big mech, and a weird boy. We have a 20-man squad of beast naga boys. We have 2 30-man squads of boys. We have a knob on a smash-a-squig. We have a 3-man squad of squig hog boys. We have a 10-man squad of tank busters. We have 3 5-man squads of ludas. We have a 15-man squad of storm boys. And last but not least, we have Ghazghkull Thraka. Those are the armies. Going over deployment now. For the Dark Angels, we have an Outrider detachment on the flank over here. We've got my Phobos captain up over here, along with a squad of infiltrators and my lieutenant with Phobos armor. We have the eliminators up in this building here. We've got the Invader ATV along with the Impulsor. Inside the Impulsor are the Blade Guard veterans and the Blade Guard ancient. We've got my assault intercessors back over here. We've got more outriders on this flank. We've got the tactical warsuit up in the front there. We've got more infiltrators. We've got the Phobos librarian, and we have more eliminators. In Deep Strike Reserve, I've got my 3 squads of reavers, all with the grav shoots. Going over deployment now for the Orks. We've got his beast snagga boys over on this side. We've got the squig hog riders over here. Hog riders! We've got the knob on Smash the Squig. We've got the storm boys over here. We've got ludas back over here. More ludas back over here. We've got regular boys here. Makari right next to them, and right in front of Makari is Ghazghkull Thraka himself. We've got more boys over on this side, along with the weird boy and the other Ludas. And then where is... Oh,
Tank Busters are high.
Tank Busters are right over here because they look the same over there. The Tank Busters are over here. And then the Big Mech is over here. I missed him over there. So the Big Mech, he does have the custom force field on him there. So that is going to be deployment. We will now roll off to see who will have first turn. With a 5 and a 6, so it will be the Orks going first. So we'll see how this all pans out. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Orks here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Orks here on turn 1. His Beast Snagga boys moved up over this way, as did his Squig Hog Riders. Knob on the Smash the Squig, and then the Squig Hog boys all moved up over this way. Storm boys moved up as well. The boys over here advanced, as did his Big Mech with KFF over here. Weird Boy moved up. Makari and Ghazghkull moved up. These boys advanced over here. The Tank Busters just moved up, as did the Ludas over there. They just moved. These Ludas just moved. And then these Ludas just moved as well. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. So first things first, he is going to cast Fists of Gork onto his Ghazghkull Thraka over here. So what do you need for this one?
6.
6 to go off. That will go off with a 7.
I'm going to do Warpath on...
And that's going to be that one. All right, so now because of the way warp energy works, there are 20 Ork models that are not Gretchen within 12 inches of the Weird Boy. Allows him to cast a second power now. That's how it works now. So he doesn't get the plus to the casting anymore, but that's what he gets there. So he's now going to put Warpath on who? Onto the Storm Boys over there. That will go off on an 8. I'm going to try to deny that one.
It's actually a 9 because I have Scorched Git Bones.
Okay, so it's actually a 9 because he has +1 to his casting because of Scorched Git Bones. So I'm looking for a 10 on this. Do not get it. So that will go off. All right, so this squad of Ludas here are going to fire into my infiltrators over here. So the big shooter doesn't reach them. Only the def guns are going to reach them. So these are going to be hitting on 5s. All right, so these are going to be strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 3 wounds there. AP -1, +1 because they're in cover there, so these are looking for 3-up saves. And I make them all. Woo! All right, so then the other squad here is going to do the exact same thing into them. So we've got the big shooter is in range this time. So it's going to be the smaller one. So it's going to be 8 shots from the Ludas because they're still not within half range. And then the big shooter. So these are all going to be hitting on 5s. All right, so these are going to be wounding on 4s and 3s, right?
Big shooter.
Oh, big shooter, strength 5. Oh, okay, so 3s all around. All right, so that's going to be 1. Oh, okay. Yeah. It was cocked. Okay, it was cocked. So nothing there. And then this squad of Ludas is going to fire into my Outrider squad over here. So again, hitting on 5s. All right, so 4s and 3s, or 4 and 3. So that's going to be 1 there. AP, no AP on that. So it's, again, looking for a 3-up save. No, failed that one. All right, so now the Tank Busters here are going to fire into my ATV. I did spend 1 CP on high speed focus to give me a 4+ invul save. So now we have 10 D3 shots, which are going to be here. So, that's going to be a bump. So it's going to be 21 shots hitting on 6s because they're heavy and they moved, and it's not a vehicle. All right, so that's 3 hits. So strength 8, looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds. 2 4-up invul saves. Making them both. And now Ghazghkull is going to fire into my eliminators up in the building over here. Because they're within half range, his DACA rule for this means he has 18 shots instead of just the 12 shots. So these are going to be...
shots.
Oh, 16 shots instead of 12 shots.
If you want to give me 2 more.
These are hitting on 5s. Strength 5s, looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 3 wounds. All right, so that's 3 wounds into them there. AP -1, +2 because of cover and their cloaks there. So these are going to be looking for 2-up saves. And I make them all. So now his the Squig Hog boy... Squig Hog boys? Yes, the Squig Hog boys are going to fire into my Invictor Warsuit over here. So his stickers, 2 of them are within half range, which means that they increases their strength, which will be the bigger dice, and then the small dice will be the same sticker, but the smaller, but out of half range there. So these are going to be hitting on 5s. Okay, no hits. And then we've got 3 saddle get weapon shots coming in for them. 1 hit there. Strength 4, so 5 to wound. Nothing. All right, so now the Beast Snagga boys, along with the knob on a Smash the Squig, are going to fire their shooters. Oh no, their sluggers into my Invictor Warsuit over here. So everyone's hitting on 5s. And then Strength 4, so these are going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound over there. AP nothing, so looking for a 3-up save. Nope, take a wound. And then the Storm boys over here are going to fire into my Eliminators. 5s to hit. 4s to wound. That's going to be 3 wounds there. AP nothing, so 2-up saves. Making them all. Alright, so now into the assault phase. Ghazghkull Thraka is going to charge into my Eliminators over there. He needs an 11-inch charge to get in. Does not make it. Here we go, so re-rolling both. No. And now his Storm Boys are going to charge into my Eliminators and into my Infiltrators over here. And an 11, he's in. Now the Squig Hog Boys are going to charge into my Tactical Warsuit over here. I am going to spend a CP to Overwatch here. So we're going to start with the Fragstorm Grenade Launcher. D6 shots. So it's going to be 6 shots. Hitting on 6s. No hits there. Then we've got the Twin Iron Hail Heavy Stubbers. Getting no hits there. Then we've got the Heavy Bolter. No hits there. And then we've got the Incendium Flamer here. 2d6 auto hits. That's going to be 6 auto hits. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. There we go, 11 hits. All right, so these are Strength 5, Toughness 6 on those boys there. So these are going to be looking for 5s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds, all at AP -1.
6 up invols for Beast
6 up invols because of Beast Snaggas. Making none of them.
Damage.
So that's, damage 1. So that killed 1 and put 2 wounds on the other. So now their charge roll is it. Then the knob on a Smash the Squig is going to charge in. He's in. All right, so now the knob on Smash the Squig here, he was going to roll, when he makes the charge here, he rolls 5d6. Every 4+ is a mortal wound. 1, 2, 3 wounds. And then the Beast Snagga boys are going to charge in as well. Ooh, that's not going to get them in, but here we go. Ooh. No, they needed 6 to get in, so they're not in. All right, so his knob on Smash the Squig is going to start us off into my Invictor Warsuit over here. He's got 4 base attacks, but he has +2 attacks because he is within engagement range of a vehicle. That's because of the, what's it called? The
his
relic,
warlord trait he has.
The warlord trait that he has, the Beast Snagga warlord trait that he has there. So it's going to give him an additional 2 attacks. When he's within engagement range of a vehicle or monster, he gets +2 attacks here.
Killaboss is what it's
Big
called.
Killaboss is what he has here. So these are going to be hitting on...
It's going to be hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. And then strength...
It's going to be ×2 because his head weapon's Kill Choppa.
Head Wappa's Kill Choppa is going to be strength ×2, so he's going to be what, strength 10?
Strength
so that
10.
would be 3s to wound. So looking for 3s to hit.
And because I haven't spent any CP yet, I'll spend 2.
And my opponent's going to spend 2 CP on Unbridled Carnage, which will allow him to select a core unit or character from your army, and then no backing about, clan, culture, until the end of the phase. So each time a model that would make this attack, it scores an additional hit on an unmodified hit roll of 5+ instead of 6. So here we go.
That's Goth special.
That's a Goth special one. So these are going to be looking for 3s to hit. 5s and 6s will do additional hits.
Wow.
So that's going to be 2 additional hits there because of the 5 and the 6. These are going to be strength 10, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds. So it's actually strength 11 because of the Goth giving him additional 1 there. So then he's going to spend a CP to reroll on. So that's going to be 4 wounds there. These are AP
-3.
-3, so looking for 6-up saves. Show me those fill faces. Getting 1 fill face. What's the damage?
2 each.
2 each, so he's down to 3. All right, so actually he also gets +1 to wound against vehicles because he's a beast snagga. So that was an additional 2 wounds that went into over there. So it's 2 more 6-up saves. Don't make either of them, so he is going to be dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, so I am going to spend 2 CP to interrupt here with my infiltrators. They have an infiltrator comms array, so they're going to be rerolling 1s. They also held steady, so they're going to get +1 to hit here. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of the Phobos captain. All right, so that's going to be all hits. These are now going to be wounding on 5s, though, because of all boys getting tough 5 now. Rerolling 1s because of the Phobos lieutenant. Holy cow, good thing they've got that comms array. Wow, so I've got 1 wound so far? Oh boy. There we go, that's much better there. I mean, not much better, but better. So that's going to be 4 wounds there. AP nothing, so they've got their 6-up armor save. Making none of them, so that's going to be 4 dead. So now the Storm Boys are going to attack. 7 of them are going to go into my Eliminators and 4 of them into my Infiltrators. So we're going to go against the Eliminators first. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. And these are going to be wounding on 3s because they have +1 strength because of charging. Now, these were 12 wounds into them over there. -1 now because of the new AP -1 on Choppas. These are going to be looking for 4-up saves. Failing 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So that's going to be 2 dead guys. And then the 4 guys into my infiltrators down over here. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s because of the +1 because they charged. That one's cocked over there. Okay. And that's 6 wounds into them over here. AP -1, 4-ups. Failing 1, 2 of them. So it's a dead guy. Now my Eliminator Sergeant's going to attack. That is going to be 1 hit. +1 hit because they did not move. So that's going to be no wound. All right, so my Primaris, my Phobos Librarian who intervened over here is now going to attack. He's going to have 5 attacks because of heroically intervening. And he is going to have hitting on 2s because he did not move in the movement phase, and he's a Dark Angel. All right, so that's going to be 1 miss. These are now going to be wounding on 5s because of... oh no, +1 strength, so it's going to be wounding on 4s because it's a 4 sword here. So wounding on 4s because of them being tough 5s. So that's going to be 3 wounds at AP -3. So that's just going to go straight through. They're D3 damage technically, but you've only got 1 wound. So that's,
cool, bro. Let me
that's
just
going to
pull
be
3
dead guys. All right, so that's going to be it for the Orc turn here on turn 1. We do have some leadership tests to take over here. These guys lost 1 and their leadership is 6. So the 1 plus on a 5, he's good. That's 6. You really tried. And then the Storm Boys lost a total of 7 boys there.
Pretty sure their leadership's going to end up being...
I think you're probably going to need a 1 for them, right?
7.
Leadership 7, yeah. So he needs to roll a 1 for them to stay. Does roll the 1. That's what he needed, so they're going to stay right there. So that's going to be it for the turn here on turn 1 for the Orcs. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 1. Movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. These guys, my Outriders, moved up closer to his oh man, Squig Hog Riders. These guys stayed in combat, as did the Eliminator and my Librarian. These guys stayed back on the objective. The Impulsor and the ATV stayed still, as did everyone in this building over here. But my Outriders over on this side moved up over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so into the psychic phase, my Phobos Librarian is going to cast Smite into the Storm Boys over here. Looking for a 5. That does go off on a 7.
I'll try to deny.
Going to try to deny that. Looking for an 8. Does get it with a 9, so it does not go off. And then he's going to cast Hallucination onto the Beast Snaggas over here, which is -1 leadership and -1 to hit rolls for them. Looking for a 6. That does not go off on a 4. So into the shooting phase, everyone over here is going to fire their pistols into the Storm Boys. We're just going to do them all together since they're all firing bolt pistols here. Hitting on 2s since they did not move. And then 5s to wound. 1 wound there. AP nothing. Nope, 1 dead. My Outriders are going to fire into the Ghazghkull Riders over here, hitting on 3s. Wow, that is not great shooting, boys. 4 hits? Okay, that's like I was hitting on 5s. What am I, Orks? Strength 4, looking for 5s to wound.
You are green.
That's true. That's going to be 1 wound at AP -1.
Oh.
Oh, 6 up. No, they have his beast nagas?
Beast nagas?
Oh, into these guys, the boys.
Yep.
They have it. So 6 up, feel no pain. Or 6 up, invul.
What's the minus?
AP -1.
Oh, I can take 5 up because they have 4 up armor.
They got 4 up armor, so it's going to be a 5 up save. No, so that's going to be a dead guy. Let's see if these guys can do any better into the boys over here. 3s to hit. Yes, much better than their cousins over on the other side there. 5s to wound still, though. So that is going to be 2 wounds at AP -1. Into the boys. Well, I guess you could take on guys inside the cover there. So 6s. No, 2 down. All right, so over here, my infiltrators are going to fire into the tank busters, hitting on 2s because they did not move. Rerolling 1s because of the captain over here. Okay, and then these are, I didn't see if there was any 6s. I forgot to look. These are going to be wounding on, well, once. So there are 2 6s, which means that they those are auto wounds. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. Okay, that is going to be an additional 2. So a total of 4 wounds there. AP nothing, so 5 ups on the guys in cover. Oh, yeah, because they're all in cover because it's into the tank busters. Making 2 of them, so 2 will be dead. They're actually within 3 inches of Makari over here, so they will have a 6 up, is it? A 6 up, feel no pain. Nope, they feel that pain, right? Oh, no, that is a 6. That is a 6. So yeah, so he feels only 1 of them will die. Pretty good. He's actually going to put on the knob who has 2 wounds. All right, my ATV here is going to fire the twin bolt rifles into the tank busters and the multi-melta into Gaz over here. So we're going to do the twin bolt rifles first. 2s because he did not move. That is going to be 3 hits. That is going to be 3 wounds. AP -1. So +1 because they're in cover.
6s.
6s. Making 1 and then 6s. That one's cocked over there. Nope, so it's going to be 2. The knob's going to be dead and then another guy's going to be dead. And now the multi-melt is going to fire. That's going to be 2 hits. Strength 8, so 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant over there. Nope, not meant to be. So that's going to be 1 wound. AP -5 technically. So 4 up invul save. No, he's good. My captain is going to fire into him. He has the warlord trait Master Marksman, giving him +1 damage to his weapons here. So this is going to be 1 shot with the instigator bolt rifle hitting on a 2. Oh, buddy. All right, so my eliminators now are going to fire into Ghazghkull over here. So they've got 3 shots with mortis rounds. Hitting on 2s because they didn't move. Rerolling 1s because of the captain over here. It's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 5, strength 5. No wounds. All right, so now my impulsor is going to fire everything into the tank busters. We're going to do storm bolters. Hitting on 2s because they didn't move. 5s to wound. There's going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing.
5s.
5 ups because they're in cover. Making 1, failing 1. 6 up, feel no pain. Right? Are they still within 3 inches?
No,
Oh, they may be out of 3 inches. No, he's they're in there. So 6 up. No, that's dead. And then the Iron Hail Heavy Stubber firing into him as well. Hitting on 2s. That is going to be no wounds. All right, so now my lieutenant's going to fire into Ghazghkull. 2 shots. Hitting on 2s because he stood still. That is not a wound. All right, so into the assault phase now. My Outriders here are going to charge into both of these units over here. So I need a 3-inch charge to make it in, and I got a 9. And then these guys over here are going to charge into the boys. They're in. All right, so into the fight phase over here, we're going to start with these Outriders. The Sergeant and the one guy here are going to put their attacks into the Ghazghkull Rider, and then the one guy is going to put his attacks into the knob on Smash the Squig. Got it. So these are going to be the attacks from the Sergeant and the one guy into the Ghazghkull Rider. They have 2 base attacks, except for the Sergeant who has 3. +1 attack because they charged, +1 attack because they're chainsword, and +2 attacks because they charged and have a special rule being Outriders. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Wow, my dice are not showing up today. And then looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound. Okay. AP -1.
5 up.
5 up. Nope. That takes 1. And then the other guy into the knob. Hitting on 3s. Much better than his friends in the unit. Still going to be 5s to wound though. That's only going to be 1 wound. AP -1.
5 up.
5 up. Nope. Takes. All right. So my opponent's going to spend 2 CP to interrupt over here with his boys attacking into my outriders. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. So between 6s granting an additional hit and his misses, he only has basically 4 out of the 13 guys that attacked in there, having
4 fails.
4 fails out of, like, what was it, 3 attacks each,
13
right?
times 3.
Yeah, so 39 attacks. So he has 35 hits here. He's going to be wounded on 5s though because he didn't charge or heroically intervene. All right, so that's going to be 12 wounds into them over here. These are going to be looking for 4-up saves. Oh, that's going to be so that's going to be 6 wounds into me over there. So that's going to kill a guy and then leave one with 1 wound left. All right, so my guys are going to attack back over here. We've got 13 attacks between the 2 of them over there because they charged, hitting on 3s. Okay, that is pretty good. Much better than their boys over on the other side. Wounding though on 5s again because they are tough 5 now. But that is much better than their boys over on the other side. So that's going to be 5 at AP -1. So that they don't have any saves there. So that's going to be 5 dead boys. All right, so now his storm boys are going to go. 3 are going to go into my eliminator, and then 4 are going to go into my infiltrators over here. So this is into the eliminator first. All right, so because Warpath's still on, so they got extra attacks here, hitting on 3s. All right, so then only ended up being like 1 miss because he had I think 4 total misses, but 3 6s, which grant additional hits there. So these are now going to be wounding on +1 to, oh no, because you didn't charge this turn, so it's just going to be 4s to wound. All right, so that's 7 wounds into my eliminator, AP -1, so looking for 4-up saves. Failing 4, so he is definitely dead. And now the 4 into my infiltrators over here, hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 4s. So that was 4 wounds into them, 4-up saves. Failed 1. So now my infiltrators are going to attack back, hitting on 2s because they didn't move. All right, that's going to be all hits. Wounding on 5s because they're tough 5. Rerolling 1s because of their comms. 1 wound at AP nothing.
So 6
So 6-up save. He's good. All right, now the knob is going to attack into my outriders over here. Hitting on 3s. Oh no, hitting on...
It's hitting on 3s.
It's hitting on 3s. Oh, because I'm not a vehicle. There we go. That's right. So that's going to be 4 hits. No additional hits there. These are now going to be
wounding on 2s
because strength 10. That is going to be 3 wounds there. AP -3, right?
-3.
-3. So looking for 6-up saves. Fill faces. No, none. What is that?
1 mortal because I had 1 6. Head Wappets, Kill Chop, and does.
Head Wappets does 1 mortal 6. And then how many wounds damages is each?
2 each.
2 each. So that's going to be dead guy and 1 guy with 1 wound left. And now my Phobos Librarian is going to attack in over here. 4 attacks, hitting on 2s because he did not move. Wounding on 5. Oh no, wound on 4s because he does have the +1 strength with his sword. 4s, so that's going to be 1, AP -3, so that's 1 dead guy. All right, so that's going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. My opponent does have some leadership tests to take here. They lost 1 guy. He's got leadership 6, so on a 6 he'll run. Nope, he's going to be good there. Storm Boys lost 2. They have leadership 7, so 2 plus 6 does, 1 will run away there. So, and then we'll come back to you with the other rules. All right, so there's 5 guys left in the unit there. On 1s, they will run away because the new, instead of mob rule now means that they never suffer penalties to combat attrition. So it's always on 1s, it's never 1s and 2s. So even though there's less than half of the unit there, still only 1s.
So long as they're within 6 inches of a unit that has mob
good to go.
Also.
And yeah, so all these guys have mob rule over here. So they have to be within 6 inches of that unit and they're good to go. But yep, so those guys are good to go there.
3 tank busters.
And then we have 3 tank busters that are missing over here, including and the knob's gone though, right? So it's going to be 6 as the leadership there. So 3 plus 1 is good to go. And then the boys lost 7. So they need a 1 to pass here. Nope, they're going to, 1 will run and we'll come back to you with that. All right, so there's 22 left over here. 1s will run away. Looks like 1, 2. 2 else, others will run away there.
Not bad.
That's real good. So that will be the end of the morale phase there, and that'll be the end of round 1. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Orks on turn 2. Movement phase for the Orks here on turn 2. These boys over here advanced. The Beast Snaggers? The Beast Snaggers? They advanced over here. He stayed locked in combat with my Outriders over here. His Hog Rider over here, Squig Hog Rider, moved around over this way. These boys advanced up over this way, as did Makari, who's now stuck in the middle here because he didn't roll as well. Gaz also advanced up over this way. The Psyker Boy moved up, Weird Boy, that's the word I was looking for. I don't know why I couldn't remember Weird Boy. He advanced as well, or yep, advanced over this way. These guys just kind of shuffled around over here. Did he advance or stayed? He just stayed where he was. The Tank Busters stayed where they were. These boys stayed locked in combat, and those guys moved around over there. He did, in his command phase, declare a WAAAGH, or it's the... not ultra, the grand WAAAGH that Ghazghkull can do. So he's going to have all sorts of fancy shenanigans that they're going to be doing this turn. Oh, and the Storm Boys stayed locked in combat over here. So,
You called it.
all right, so we will now, that's it for the movement phase, so we'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so in the psychic phase, his Weird Boy is going to cast Fist of Gork onto Ghazghkull Thraka over there. Needs a 6. He gets +1 to this, so that is going to be an 8. He's good to go. And then because he's within 12 inches of 20 Orc models, he's going to now cast Warpath onto that squad there. That will go off with a 10. I will try to deny that. Nope, don't get a deny. So it's going to go. Start of the shooting phase. His boys that are locked in combat over here are going to shoot their sluggers over here. These are going to be hitting on 5s. Strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound. That is going to be 2 wound.
Kill that dude.
AP nothing, so looking for 3 ups. Oh, failed both of them. Storm Boys here are going to fire their sluggers. Hitting on 5s. That is going to be a lot of hits there. That's 3 hits. Looking for 4s to wound.
Yep.
That's going to be 1 wound. That is a save because they are in cover. Knob here is going to fire his slugger into them. That is a hit. That is a wound.
Okay.
That is save. All right, so now the loot is back over here. Are going to fire into my eliminators. The big shooter is in range now with them there. So he is going to have 8 shots with the what are they called? Def guns. And then 3 for the big shooter. So hitting on 5s. Wounding on 3s for everything. That's going to be 1 wound there. AP -1 +2 because of their cloaks. 2 up save. Woo, he's good. And now the next squad's going to do it as well, firing into them.
Big shooter can't have line of sight.
Oh, big shooter doesn't have line of sight there, so it's just going to be the def guns. Hitting on 5s. No 6s there, so. That's going to be 2 wounds, though. 2 up saves, he's good. Woo! Now these guys here are going to fire into my infiltrators. They are within 24 inches of them, so they're going to get extra shots, or is it? Yeah, because they're DACA guns.
Instead of DACA 2, it's going to be DACA 3.
Instead of DACA 2, it's DACA 3 shots each here. So these are all going to be hitting on 5s. Oh, by the way, before when I said the 6s, that's the old DACA rule, but I was also confusing it with the new GOF rule that he has in close combat, but whatever. Here we go. 5s to hit. And then these are going to be wounded on 3s. So we have 5 wounds with the def guns. Yeah, with the def guns here. So these are AP -1, but +1 because they're in cover there. So it's going to be looking for 3 up saves. Making them all. And then we've got 1 from the big shooter on a 2 up. He's good there too. Woo! Now the tank busters are going to fire into my infiltrators over here. Hitting on 5s.
No, this is D3 shots.
Oh, D3 shots. I'm sorry, my bad. All right, so 14 shots here, hitting on 5s.
and 2.
And then these are going to be strength 8, so wounding on 2s. That's going to be 2 wounds there. AP minus 2. Plus 1 because they're in cover there, so 4 up saves. Make 1, fail 1. Flat 3 damage, so that's just going to kill a guy. Actually, they have the Helix Gauntlet over here, so that's going to reduce that 1 down to 0 damage there, so he's good to go. All right, so into the assault phase. Ghazghkull is going to start us off by charging into my lieutenant, into my ATV, and into my hover rhino, the impulsor over there. I am going to spend 1 CP to overwatch with the with my ATV here, so we're going to fire the multi-meltas over here. No hits there, as close as you can get without that being there. And then we're going to have the bolt rifles. That's going to get 1 hit. That is not a wound, though. So, his charge distance is definitely in. The boys are now going to charge into my eliminators and into my infiltrators over here. They 6 inches.
No, I have to reroll it.
Nope, yeah. He needs a 7 to get into them over there. So he's got to reroll that. Does get it with that 8, though. Squighog Boy is going to charge into my infiltrators over here. He's definitely in. And then the Beast Stagger Boys, who are over here 1 inch away from my guys, they're going to charge in. Oh, they're in. All right, so starting off the fight phase over here, his Beast Stagger Boys are going to attack into my Outriders. This is going to be 16 attacks from the regular guys with Choppas plus a Power Snappa, which is from the knob over here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Lots of dice. And then we're going to roll the other 3 guys here. Into their All right, so Beast Snaggers are strength 5, and they have +1 to
their strength because we
strength +1 because they charge because of Goffs. So they're going to be strength 6, so wounding on 3s, and the Power Snagga ends up being strength 8, so it's still wounding on 3s. So that was 32 wounds from the Choppas plus 2 wounds from the Snagga there. So we are going to do the 32 from the Choppas first. AP minus 1, 4 up saves. No, they're way dead. I'm going to spend 2 CP to interrupt here and attack into his boys with my infiltrators hitting on 2s because they did not move. Rerolling 1s because the captain is over there. All right, so that's going to be all hits. Strength 4, toughness 5 though, so looking for 5s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant over there. Alrighty, so that is going to be a bunch of wounds. That's pretty good. I'll take that. So that's going to be 9 wounds into him over there, which is pretty good. AP nothing, so 6 up saves. Making 2 of them. So that's going to be 7 dead boys. All right, so now his boys are going to attack. 8 of the boys are going to attack into my infiltrators, and then we have 7 that are going to go into my eliminators over there. So these are going to be hitting on. These are the ones in the infiltrators hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Remember, they have Warpath. That's why they have all these extra attacks. Rerolling because of Ghazghkull. And then actually he has an extra attack with each of them because of the WAAAGH that was declared. And then re-rolling because of Ghazghkull. Pretty good. All right, these are going to be strength 5 because he charged here, so wounding on 3s. 34 wounds into them over there. AP minus 1, so looking for 4 ups. Not looking good. So 14 wounds went through there. The Helix Gauntlet will heal 1 of them, or knock 1 of them down to 0. Still enough to wipe the whole squad. And now we have the 7 guys into my eliminators over here. With Warpath and the WAAAGH, a lot of attacks. Rerolling because of Gaz. All right, and here we go. Wounding on 3s because it becomes a +1 strength because they charged. And that was 21 wounds in there. AP minus 1, so looking for 4 ups. Yeah, they're way dead. All right, so now Gaz is going to go. He's going to put 3 attacks into my lieutenant, and he's going to put 6 attacks into my impulsor. He is also going to spend 2 CP on Unbridled Carnage, giving him blowing up on 5s and 6s. So we're going to go with the ones into the lieutenant first. Hitting on 2s, right?
Reroll 1s for himself, or well, reroll fails hits for himself.
Reroll failed hits because of himself. because it's not core, right?
Yeah, it's just core and character.
Core and character, and he's a character. So that's going to be +1 because that's 6. So that's going to be 4 hits into him. Wounding on 2s, I imagine.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 3 wounds there. AP.
-5.
Oh, -5. Yeah, he's just straight up dead.
4 damage each.
And now the attacks into the Impulsor. 2s to hit. That's going to be all hits, plus an additional 3 hits. So that's going to be 9 hits on 6 attacks here. Strength, what is it?
It's strength 14.
Strength 14, so he's going to be wounding on 2s. Alrighty. I do have a 5-up invul save because I do have a shield dome on him over there. So that's going to be, how many is that? 6? Mm-hmm. Alright, so that's going to be 6 5-up invul saves. Oh, making 2 of them. What's the damage?
4, 8, 12, 16.
Oh, 16 total damage. So it's 4 each. Mm-hmm. And 12. Yeah, there's nothing I could do to save him. So he is dead. Does he explode? He does not. And then I've got 4 guys inside. 1 will break an ankle. Alright, so now his Ghazghkull boy over here that charge is going to attack. He's going to have 3 attacks base +1 because of the WAAAGH. Hitting on 3s. That is going to be 3 hits. Wounding on strength.
It's strength 6.
Strength 6, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 3 wounds. AP?
-2.
-2, so looking for 5-up saves. Making 1 of them, so that's going to be 1 damage, 2 damage each, so that's a 2 dead guy. And then he has his Saddlegate weapon. That is a hit.
Strength 3.
Strength 3, so that is not a wound. And then the Ghazghkull Jaws. That's going to be no hits. My Librarian is now going to attack over here. Hitting on 2s because he did not move in the movement phase. 4s to wound. That is going to be 3 dead Storm Boys. So now his guys here are going to attack in the Storm Boys. Hitting on 3s and 4s to wound. And then 5 at -1, so looking for 4-ups. Failing 2 of them. And now I'll attack back with my Sergeant over here. That's going to be all hits. Getting 2 wounds. Failing them both, so they are dead. Nob has 2 wounds, so actually he's still going to be alive with 1 wound left. So now his boys, because we forgot about this combat over here, are going to attack into my biker. Hitting on 3s. All right, these are now going to be wounding on. They didn't charge, so they're looking for 5s to wound. 17 wounds, looking for 4-ups. No, he is definitely dead. Now my ATV is going to attack into Gaz over here. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s because they did not move. That's a lot of 1s. Looking for 5s to wound. No wounds there. All right, so that's going to be the end of the turn here. We do have some leadership, so I've got my guy over here. He lost 3. He is the sergeant still there, so 3 plus 2 is good to go. Then he lost 4 Storm Boys, so 4 plus 7, 4, 5, 6. He's good to go because that's the Nob that's still there. And then we have the boys over here lost 7, so they needs a 1 not to run. No, that's 6. 1 will run. We'll come back to it the other one. So there's 22 models left over there, so these are going to be looking for 1s. Well, I mean, 1s should be running, so he's looking for not 1s. So another 2 will run away there. All right, that's going to be it for the Orcs turn here on turn 2. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 2. Movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. My ATV fell back over here. Gonna give him. I spent 1 CP on hit and run warfare to allow him to shoot. These guys moved up here, getting closer to Ghazghkull. The assault intercessors moved up over this way. My Psyker moved over this way because he was just out of an inch of the Storm Boy over there. The captain moved back over here, further away from them boys. But my infiltrator stayed in combat with him over there. And then out of reserves came, boom, my Reavers back over here. Boom, my Reavers back over there. And then boom, my Reavers back over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so first things first, he's going to my Psyker's going to cast Smite into Ghazghkull over there. That will go off with an 11. Opponent's going to try to deny it over here. No, does not deny it. So that's going to be D6 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. I cannot reroll that, so you'll just have to do the 3 mortal wounds. And then he is going to cast Tenebrous Curse into him over here. That will go off on an 8, and I think you can only deny 1, right, with your guy. So that will go off. He'll suffer 1 more mortal wound, and then halves his movement and advance and charge. All I really cared about was the 1 mortal wound. Into the shooting phase. My captain over here is going to fire into Ghazghkull over there, hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Wounding on a 5. That is not a wound. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. That's still not a wound. And now my ATV bike is going to fire into him. We'll go with the multi-meltas. The multi-meltas into him, and then the bolters into the boys. So the multi-meltas, that is going to be 1 hit. That will be a wound. AP minus a lot, so he's got his 4-up invul save. No, does not make it. Oh, my opponent's going to spend a CP to reroll it. Does make it on that one. And then the bolters into the boys. That is going to be all hits. Into the boys is going to be 1 wound, AP minus 2. So that's going to just kill a boy.
Oh, boy?
Into the boys. Yeah. So that's just going to kill. All right, so now all my guys over here are going to fire into my Salt Marines, Salt Intercessors are going to fire into Gaz over there. So we're going to have 3 guys with heavy bolt pistols. 1 is going to be the Sergeant with the plasma pistol that I'm going to supercharge, and then we have a crack grenade that's going to get thrown. Of course, so he is going to be dead. And then these all heavy bolt pistols all hit. That's cool. That is going to be 1 wound into Gaz over there. AP minus 1.
3 up.
3 up. Yeah, he gets. And then these guys over here are going to fire into him. Blade Guard Veterans and the Blade Guard Ancient. So that's going to be 1 hit. Oh, I get to reroll because of... I should have done that separate. I don't know which one. Well, I guess one of them, at least, was one of the Blade Guards to reroll. Does not hit there, so that's going to be no wound. These Reavers are going to fire their Bolt Carbines into the Hog Rider. Hitting on 3s. There you go. They know how to do it. Tough 6, so 5's to wound. Okay. 2. So we got 2 at AP minus 1.
5 ups.
Makes 1, fails 1. Bolt pistol into the Storm Boy. That's a hit. That is a wound. AP nothing.
6 up.
No, he did. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my Blade Guard Veterans are going to charge into Gaz. They are in. And then my Assault Intercessors will do the same. They're in. And then my Librarian's going to charge into this guy over here. 7-inch charge to get in. No, he's not. All right, so now my Blade Guard Veterans are going to attack into Gaz over here, hitting on 2s because of the Blade Guard Ancient there. Rerolling 1s because of the Captain over here. So that's going to be all hits. Strength plus 1 on the Power Swords there, so looking for 3s to wound, 5s to wound still. That is going to be 2 wounds. All right, so that's going to be 4-up invul saves, 2 of them. Fails 1. My opponent's going to spend 2 CP to interrupt and 2 CP for Unbridled Carnage on Ghazghkull Thraka here. He's going to put 4 attacks into my Blade Guard Veterans and 4 attacks into my Assault Intercessors. I'm going to spend 1 CP on Transhuman on my Assault Intercessors to allow them to hopefully not die. Because actually my Blade Guard Veterans have Deathwing, so they're going to be wounded on 4s anyway. So he's going to have 4 attacks each into each of them. Which one do you want to start with first?
One's about to... Oh, never mind.
Okay.
I was making sure I didn't have additional attacks.
Oh, because of his wounding.
But I'm not bracketed yet.
Yeah, he's not bracketed yet. So which one do you want to do first?
Assault Intercessors.
We'll do Assault Intercessors first. So hitting on 2s. All right, so that's going to be re-rolling 1s because of himself. Okay, so that's going to be 4 wounds there.
Plus
4 attacks, plus
Unbridled.
Unbridled getting an extra 1, so 5 hits. Looking for 4s to wound because of Transhuman. Getting 2 at AP a bunch, so they're just going to be dead flat enough. Yeah, they're dead. And then into the Blade Guard Veterans. That is going to be all hits, plus an additional 2. Wounding on 4s because of Inner Circle. That is going to be 4 wounds there. 4-up invul saves because the Storm Shields. Making 2 of them, but that's still enough to kill those whole guys. Because of the Ancient over here, let's see if they can fight. Both of them can. So there's going to be just 1 attack each into them there. So that's going to be 2 hits. That is not going to be any wounds, though. The Ancient actually for the Assault Intercessors, too. They will not be doing it. And now my Assault Intercessors will attack. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. That is going to be 3 wounds at AP -1. 3s. Fails one of them. All right, and then I'm going to spend 2 CP on Honor the Chapter for my Assault Intercessors here to fight again at the end of the turn. So 8 attacks into him. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. That is going to be 1 wound. Oh, I need this. Just the 1. 3 up. Oh, he's good. All right, so that's going to be it for the Dark Angels turn here on turn 2. I'm going to be rolling for their leadership over there. They lost 3 guys, so 3 plus 3 is 6. They're good to go. And I think that's the only ones that have to worry about it. So that's going to be it for the Dark Angels turn here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Orks on turn. I should say one of the Reaver squads back over here did do... these guys back over here did do the retrieve Oculus data over there on them. So that's going to be that. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Orks here on turn 3. Movement phase for the Orks here on turn 3. His boys over here stayed on the objective back over here. Tank Busta's moved up over this way to get line of sight. His Weird Boy advanced up over this way. These guys moved here to get line of sight on my Reavers. These guys stayed where they were on the objective. These guys moved to get line of sight onto my Reavers over here. Beast Snagga boys are moving up the board over this way. The Knob here on the Smash a Squig moved up over this way towards my other Reavers. He moved up over here towards my Psyker, and Makari advanced up there to get next to Ghazghkull Thraka, who is going to be staying in combat with my Assault Intercessors. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so start of the Psychic phase, he's going to Fist of Gork onto Ghazghkull Thraka over here.
He's 6.
He has a 6 to go off. That is going to be an 11 because of his thing. Ah, man.
And that's going to give me plus 3
plus
strength.
3 strength.
Plus 3 attack because it's over.
All right, plus 3 strength and plus 3 attacks. I'm going to try to deny that, so I need to roll a 10. Oh, no, I need to roll an 11 because I get plus 1 with my Psychic Hood over there. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, I saw the 6, but no, not enough. And then he's within 12 inches of 20 guys, so he's going to now put Warpath onto these guys, right? The Beast Snagga boys? Into the Beast Snagga boys. That will go off on a 7. Tank Busters are going to fire into my ATV over here. So we've got 7 guys left in that squad. D3 shots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 guys. So D3 shots. 14 shots here, hitting on 6s because they moved and they're heavy. Just the 1 in there.
On a 3.
On a 3. That is a wound.
-2.
AP -2. Going to be a 5-up save, even if it's his invul or armor. Nope, does not make it. So what is it?
Flat 3.
Flat 3 damage. All right, these looters are going to fire into my Reavers over here. The big shooter cannot see, but all the def guns can. So these are going to be hitting on 5s. Strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 3 wounds. AP -1, so 4-up saves. Making 2 of them. So what's
2 damage.
2 damage, so 1 guy dead. And now this squad of Ludus is going to fire into my Reavers over here. These are going to be hitting on 5s as well. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s. You can reroll that one. That one fell out of your hand.
Cool.
All right, so we have 1 at no AP and 2 at -1. So the 1 at no AP is good to go. The 2 at -1 are also good to go. Looters over here are now going to fire into my Psyker. Hit on 5. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound
gun,
at -1.
Cover.
Plus cover there. Still takes the 2 damage. Never mind, he's got a camo cloak. I didn't even know that. So yeah, he's good to go. Slug a pistol from him into my Infiltrator. That is a hit. It's not a hit. It's not a hit. What am I thinking? Oh, man. All right, so now Ghazghkull is going, because he's a monster, he can fire in combat. He's going to fire his weapons into my Assault Intercessors over here. Definitely within half distance. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. That is going to be all wounds. Oof.
Yep.
8 -1s over here, so looking for 4-ups. Wow, I make all but one. Hell yeah, way to go, guys. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, Makari is charging into my assault intercessors. He is going to be in. Squighog's going to charge into my Psyker. He's in. The Beast Snag is here, going to charge into my Infiltrator. They are definitely in. And then he is going to charge into my guys over here. And a 9 will get him in. And maybe doing mortal wounds over here. In fact, doing 1 mortal wound. Squighog boy is going to start us off over here. So he still has the second part of his WAAAGH going, so he's still going to get an additional attack. But he doesn't get the +1 to advance and charge, but that's fine. So now here he goes. He's going to be attacking in here, hitting on 3s. 6s do explode over there. So he's just going to have 3 hits there. Strength, enough to be wounded on 3. So that's going to be 2 wounds there. AP.
-2.
-2. 5 ups, making 1, failing 1.
2 damage.
2 damage. And now the Saddle Git plus Squighog Jaws are going to attack in here. Hitting on 3s, that's 2 hits. 1's wounding on 5s and 1's wounding on 3s. So that's going to be nothing for either. All right, the Knob is now going to attack into my Reavers over here. That is going to be 2 explodings there, plus 1 miss. So extra hit that he extra hit than he had attacks.
2s to wound.
2s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
-3.
AP -3. So we've got 4 6-up saves. Show me them fill faces. Getting 2 fill faces. What's the damage?
2 damage.
2 damage each. So that's gonna be 2 dead guys. Smash the Squig Jaws. That's gonna be 1. No hits. All right, and then these are going to attack. We're not rolling that. I know I usually like to roll for big dice, but that's gonna be a lot. He's dead. It's gonna be a little too extra, even for me. I am extra. I'm not that extra. Makari is now going to attack over here. He's got his 2 attacks. That is going to be 2 hits. All right. Wounding on strength.
It is strength 3.
Strength 3, so 5s to wound. No wounds. All right, so now my assault intercessors are going to go. They're going to put all their attacks into Gaz over here. They did get charged, so 8 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 5s. Getting only 1. AP -1.
3 up.
3 up. He's good. And now Ghazghkull's going to attack into my assault intercessors over here. That is going to be... All right, so that's going to be all but 1 hit, but and then he's still got 3 additional hits because of Goffs, and then these are going to be crumping on 2s. Yeah, they're dead. I like how I said this was not extra enough for me, but somehow I made this get rolled out. All right, so then Ghazghkull moved in and touched my gave the bad touch to my Blade Guard Ancient over here. He is going to do his attacks here, 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling, oh no, because he's not a core. So that's going to be 2 hits, looking for 5s to wound. That is going to be 1 wound.
2 up.
2 up save. Oh, he's good. Sorry, the banner for when my assault intercessors died. Yeah, 1 guy will get to attack. Hey, look, that's a hit. No wound though. All right, so now my librarian here is going to attack into his Squighog Rider. Hitting on 2s because he did not move. Really, 3 out of 5 1s. And then we've got 2 looking for 5s to wound. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll one of those. No, not enough. And then my Reaver's going to attack over here. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds at AP nothing. Takes 1 wound. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for the Orcs' turn here on turn 3. I do have a morale test over here. These guys lost 2. I can't fail this. I don't know why I rolled that. They're good to go. So that's going to be it for the Orcs' turn here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn. On turn. Whatchamacallit? Turn 3. Movement phase for the Dark Angels. These guys stayed in combat with the Knob over here. My Librarian stayed in combat over there. He stood still. He fell back. And then the Captain stayed where he was. Back over here, these Reavers moved up over here. and these Reavers move back over there. They're going to do retrieve Oculus data back over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels. We'll come back to you after movement phase, with the Psychic phase. All right, so into the Psychic phase, he's going to start with Smite. That's going to go off. Do you want to try to deny that?
Yeah.
All right. Just looking for an 8. Does get it with the 8. Does stop. And then I'm going to do Tenebrous Curse into Ghazghkull over there. That will go off on a 10. So he will take his 1 mortal wound. 6 up, feeling the pain because of Makari over there. No, he takes. All right, so now my captain's going to fire into Ghazghkull over there. That's going to be a hit. Wounding on a 5. That is a wound. AP -2. So he's got his 4 up invul save here. No, he failed it. Do you want to spend a CP to reroll that?
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Gonna spend a CP to reroll it. No, and he's good. All right, so now my ATV here is going to put the multi-meltas into Ghazghkull, and he's going to put the bolters into the tank buses. So we're going to do the multi-melta first, hitting on 2 since he didn't move, wounding on 3s. That is going to be 2 wounds, 4 up invul saves. Makes both of them. And then the bolters. Hitting on 2s. That is going to be 1 wound. Because they're tough 5, AP -2. That's going to be a dead guy. My guy here is going to fire his pistol into the beast right there. That's going to be a hit. That is not a wound. These guys are going to fire their pistols. That's going to be all hits. That is going to be 1 wound. AP -1. Oh, no, takes 1. Heavy bolt pistols from these Reavers into the Ludas. That is going to be 3 hits. There's going to be no wounds. All right, so into the assault phase, my Reavers are going to charge into his Ludas over here. He is going to spend a CP to Overwatch here, hitting on 6s. 2 hits. 1 wound there. AP -1. 4 up. They're good. Charge distance.
Oh, look, they're in.
Is definitely in. All right, so starting out the fight phase with the Reavers over here attacking into his Ludas, hitting on 3s because they did move. Not bad, I'll take that. And then wounding on 5s. Come on, dice, get back in to my hand here. All right, that's going to be 4, 5, 6,
8.
7, 8 wounds. Not bad. AP nothing though. So these are going to be 8 6 up saves. Nope, they are going to be dead. All right, so now his Dubra over here is going to attack into my Reavers, hitting on 3s, and that's going to be a 6, so that explodes into another hit. And these are now going to be times 2. So looking
10.
for strength 10. So looking for 2s to wounds. So that's going to be all wounds there.
With 1 mortal.
With 1 mortal wound because that's 6. So that's going to be, what, 5, 6 over here? 6 AP -3, so 6 ups. Failing them all.
2
so
damage
that's
each.
2 damage each. They are just dead. And then my Librarian is going to attack. That's going to be all hits. I needed that roll now. Hey, got 3. There we go. He's finally dead because that's AP -3. Oh no, he's got 6 up invul saves.
Yeah.
Because he's a beast
All 4
snagger.
or 3?
3.
No, he's dead.
No, he did. And then Ghazghkull had heroically intervened into my ATV. I thought he was, I was hoping he would be dead. I knew he was in range. I wanted him to get hit on 2s, which actually ended up helping because I did get that extra hit in there, but still not great. So here come all his attacks into him over here. I don't think this is going to make much of a difference, but it's not a billion rolls I'm making you make. So 1 reroll for himself, getting an extra hit here, and then strength 10, right?
Yes, because he was banded.
15's tough. So 3s or 2s, but I mean, you just need to get 2. Like, yeah, he's dead. And then I engaged with Makari over here, so 2 attacks for Makari. That is going to be 2 hits.
Give me 6s.
No wounds. All right, so that's going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. No leadership tests need to be taken, so we will now come back to you after movement phase for the Orks on turn 4. Movement phase for the Orks here on turn 4. Ghazghkull's moving over this way. His knob over here moved up over this way. Makari stayed in combat. The weird boy, that's the word I was looking for, advanced up over this way. The tank busters moved onto the objective, and then the boys moved over this way to engage with fisticuffs with my Reavers. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. Starting off, he is going to cast Fist of Gork onto Ghazghkull over here. That does go off on a 7-8 because he's got the relic there. I'm going to try to deny that. I do with a 9, which is actually becomes a 10 because of my psychic hood. And because he's within range of 20 20 models, he's going to put Warpath onto Ghazghkull over here. That will go off on 10. The Ludas here are going to fire in the shooting phase into my Reavers, hitting on 4 5s. Looking for 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds there at AP -1. Looking for 4-ups. I make both of them. Woo! Ghazghkull is now going to fire into my captain over here. Hitting on 2s. Not 2s, 5s. He punches on 2s. That was hitting on 5s there with his shooting. Look, strength, what is it again?
5.
5, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 2. Oh, actually, it's 4s to wound because he. I did pay to upgrade him to Deathwatch. Deathwing. So -1 here. He's good to go. All right, that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, Ghazghkull is going to charge into my captain and into my my ancient over here. I'm going to spend a CP to overwatch with my captain because if I can kill him with 1 shot, he's got 4 wounds left. If I hit him and I wound him and he fails his save, he did.
It's a lot of ifs.
It's a lot of ifs, but come on. The Emperor protects, looking for that 6 filbers. That's cocked. Jeez, why are you extending the pain? No, it doesn't hit. And I don't even have a CP that I can reroll it. His charge. Oh, yeah, way in. And then the knob is going to charge into my librarian. He's in. And then he does mortals on 4 pluses. Doing 3.
Yes!
Okay, he did. And now my opponent's going to spend a CP on Unstoppable Momentum, which basically means a knob on a Smash-a-Squig. If he completes a charge and then uses the mortal wounds that kills off the rest of the unit, and he's no longer engaged with any units, spends 1 CP, he can now charge again. So now, I imagine you want to charge into them as well?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Just the ancient.
Just into the ancient over here. Oh, 5. I don't know if that'll make it. Here we go. Reroll it. Ooh, let's see what the 5 does. And then the boys are going to charge into my Reavers. Oh, they're in, but not a whole lot of them are getting in.
Hey, here we go.
I would here we go that. You can't get worse than that. So 5 is in. All right, so into the fight phase, his boys are going to attack here. 13 can get shots in here, hitting on 3s. All right, they did charge, so +1 strength, looking for 3s to wound. 21 AP -1, looking for 4s. That is going to be 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead, 5 dead, just enough to wipe the squad. And now Ghazghkull Thraka is going to attack over here. He's going to put 2 attacks into my ancient and 5 attacks into my captain, because he does have Warpath off, and he's banded down. So these are going to go into the captain, hitting on 2s, re-rolling because he's a Goth. That's going to be everything there.
2 additional
plus
hits.
2 additional hits. These are now going to be crumping on 2s. That is going to be, wow, that's going to be 7 over there on 2s. He does have a 4-up.
Sorry, that doesn't wound. The 2 doesn't wound.
2 doesn't wound what?
You have inner circle.
Oh, that's right. 4 is only wound, so
But
it's still
still a lot
6.
of it.
6 4-ups there. These are now going to be looking for 4-up invul saves because of Iron Halo. Failing 3 of them, which is 4 damage apiece.
You have
5 or 6. Why? What's this?
4 each.
4 each. So that's gonna be 12. I do have a feel no pain because of the adamantine mantle. So here we go. 12 damage. 5 ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he still took 8. He definitely did. Does he get to punch back? He does. He hits. Does not wound. And then the 2 attacks into the ancient. That's going to be 2 hits and +1 explode there. So 3 hits on that. Wounding on 2s. No, 4s. So it's going to be 1 That's AP -4 though, so that's gonna go straight through, right? 4 damage.
It's AP -5. Actually.
Yeah, 4 damage. So he's down to I think 1 wound left. Sorry, his warlord trait actually gives him +1 attack, so we're gonna put that in there. That is a hit. That not a wound though. All right, so now my ancient's gonna attack back because why not? And then wounding on 5. That's gonna be 2 wounds.
Oh snap! No AP.
No AP. 2 ups. He's good. All right, so that's going to be the end of the orc turn here, and that's where we're going to end this because I've got 5 reavers or 4 reavers that are like stuck in a corner, and then I've got my ancient stuck in combat with Gaz with 1 wound left. So that's going to be it for the game here. So a brutal game. The new orcs are really something to work with. I like the Beast Naga boys. They seem like they're going to be some fun stuff there. But even the older boys, they've got a lot of new tricks, and that tough 5 really makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. Marines wounding them on 5s versus 4s makes a big difference when you're charging in there, especially with Primaris now with like all the different attacks they get, and wounding on 5s makes a big difference there. But yeah, a ton of fun, a really good game, and yeah, fun to see the new orcs out on the table. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Jason. Until next time, stay safe and have fun.